How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today it's a bit of a quick one, to be honest. I couldn't get sleep last night, so I've been up for over 30 hours, so I didn't really want to do a massive video. Yeah, thanks to Nick the Knob, I believe it was, on the live stream. He was letting us know there's a Voron Grad engine on Cosmodrome. This is the engine, well, it's the bottom one, the IMZ8 one. This used to be the top engine with the Voron Grad, and as far as just the base truck goes, if I scroll between the engines, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of difference. It doesn't appear to make any power difference. It just is slightly better on the fuel consumption, which is still better than nothing. So yeah, that's a start. But then when I show you, I've got like a load of Vorons set up in different different combinations. If I go into my truck storage, I'm scrolling now between like identical trucks but the different engines. So as you can see, it's just the fuel consumption really. But these two trucks have got the cranes on, and that's when he said it gets a lot better power to weight, doesn't drop as much. It stays on A plus with the new engine, which is in that yellow one, and then the custom paint job one has got the old best engine. And yeah, that goes down to A minus on the power. So, and again, I believe it also drops or raises another notch on the fuel consumption, which is bad in that case. Yeah, it's on Cosmodrome. Normally I orientate the map this way, but I'm going to do it this way because if you look at the compass just under the name Cosmodrome Amur Russian Federation, yeah, it's pointing north, so it's in like the northwest corner, and it's in this little rocky bit here. You can sort of see there's a little road leading into it, so it's fairly easy from the garage. Come out here, obviously, hopefully got that roadblock done. That road can be a little bit snowy and a little bit long to drive on, so just as an alternate route, you could go just drive past that bit. I'm not necessarily saying this is better, but you cut through that farm down to like that little crossing. I approached this from over here because I just so happen to have a Zix and a loaf over there. So I drove up this part, a little bit slow but pretty easy, just point in the direction and squeeze the trigger and wait. I was half asleep while I was doing it, I kept crashing into everything. Yeah, this was when I originally went and explored it. Again, it was worth taking a little radar loaf with me. Golden earring. Yeah, and to be honest, again, thanks to Nick the Knob, there was one or two others that mentioned it in the comments, but to be honest, I hadn't heard anything about it, and I was kind of thinking, like, what are they on about? Because I've got to be honest, like, I wouldn't have put if somebody said name 30 trucks that need some kind of buff in this game, I probably wouldn't have listed the Voron Grad as one of them, but again, I'm not complaining, the more options, the better. Yeah, trying to get past that tree with the Zix, OP, like boss mode branches. But yeah, when we get to here, yeah, IMZ8 something or other, only for the Voron Grad, which again, it's pretty low on the list of trucks that I would have said needed a little bit of help, but well, still, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's better on the fuel, and then just after this, I did like a little quick test just flying up and down the runway. So that's just the way I've got my map orientated at the minute, but yeah, it's in there in the top corner, and then this is where it supposedly makes the main difference. So when we're setting off, I believe I had 314 litres of fuel, and yeah, I'm literally just going to fly. It's not a 100% accurate test, like, you could argue, oh, did I turn around at the same rate and all the rest of it. It is what it is. I remember doing this when I was running the Dolphin and John and Bruce down here, up and down, testing like fuel usage and all the rest of it. And yeah, trying to get something that's the exact same. I mean, you can literally do the same course in the same identical truck twice and get two different time results and two different fuel results, but ballpark, like this just gives you a quick rough idea. Overall, I don't think there's any point in me doing like another review on this truck or anything, because for the most part I don't ever really have a crane on this one. I use my P12 as the crane truck. That appears to be, though, if you use this in the crane situation, that's where it appears to have get its biggest gain from this new engine. So yeah, again, for those that do, I mean, now I know this, I may every now and then stick a crane on this if I just need to race out somewhere with a quick portable crane. Obviously it's better than crawling the P12 all the way to the other side of the map. And yeah, time wise, going there and back, I'm going to call it about 1 minute 20, I believe it was, and that's sort of including stopping now. So I overshot a tiny little bit, but I do with the other truck, so we can sort of call that even. And I believe I used 19 litres of fuel. So with this one, starting on again, it shrinks the screen a bit. Well, I know how much fuel it used. And then, yeah, setting off, and in theory, now this is the newest engine, so this should now be quicker. I did tap, like, L1, is it, or whatever, to jump through the gears, but I jumped up to 5th gear, I believe, with both of them, and then let their own power It's just because, to be honest, otherwise it would have just took longer, and yeah, it's just more gears to change through if I can just click L1 a few times and speed it up a little bit. Yeah, helps. But yeah, like I said, this has got 1 minute 20 to beat and 19 fuel to beat. There's a tiny little glitch here. I'm going to add 2 seconds, and if anything, that probably favours the other truck, so I don't even believe it lost 2 seconds there, but I watched both of them turning round and how long it took. And overall, this one took about 12 seconds to turn around, the other one took about 14, so add 2 seconds, that's 14 each to turn around. That's pretty damn fair for the sakes of this test. Like I said, it's not anything majorly scientific, it's, yeah, just to kind of give us a ballpark figure. It doesn't actually make any difference whatsoever. And overall, time and fuel-wise, it's, basically, when we get here, I believe it used 2 litres less fuel, and it did it about 3 or 4 seconds quicker. So a win on both counts. So it's, yeah, it's definitely like the new, better engine. So yeah, worth grabbing. Again, thanks to Nick the Knob. That's about it for today, though. Hope you enjoyed. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Thanks to our Patreon members, and I'll be back soon.